G'day and welcome to Cocklebiddy on the Nullarbor plain. I've got a surprising fact about this place that I'm going to tell you about. Why the mask to start with though. Isolating here has come into WA because they've just closed the border with South Australia, which, got to admit, is probably the right thing to do to actually look after the public and make sure that the coronavirus doesn't get into WA. However, the problem is when you're out in places like this, middle of the Nullarbor, middle of nowhere, little places like this, the Cocklebiddy Roadhouse and all of the roadhouses along the Nullarbor, they basically have no business left. All of their business dries up because the road is now closed. It's not just here on the Nullarbor, but it's also way up north in WA. All of those small businesses are absolutely bleeding to death. Now, of course, maybe there's nothing that can be done about that because, you've got to close the borders and make the public secure, sure. But what about these guys? These guys are doing a public service that makes our roads safer. If you can't stop somewhere and have a coffee, stop in the evening and have somewhere to have a meal, fuel up, sure, your car can drive 700 Ks, but what happens if you don't take a break? You're going to have people driving off the roads, crashing into trees, and that's not the stuff that we want. All because people like this literally sacrifice themselves to be out here in the middle of nowhere, folks. The middle of nowhere, to do us a favour of having these places open. Now sure, 99% of the population don't care because they're not driving this road, but these guys are here for you if at some point you want to drive this road. But I'll tell you what, they're not going to be here forever if we don't look after them. So I'm calling on Mark McGowan and maybe Scott Morrison too. Mate, you guys need to step up. Jobkeeper is not enough to keep these public services running in the middle of this kind of thing. These guys need support. Anything that you can do to help is absolutely critical. The guys at Cocklebiddy, you know what? Surprising fact, I'll give it to you. They have wedge-tailed eagles out the back. They've rescued wedge-tailed eagles that have been smashed by road trains off the side of the road and have rehabilitated them. And they're now caring for them because they can't fly anymore. These guys are good, honest, hard-working Aussies. They need our help in this more than anybody. So it's time to step up, Mark. It's time to step up, Scott, and do something for these little guys out in the bush because they absolutely need you right now. Thanks a lot. Safe drive.